Are you ready to be provoked in your mind, inspired in your spirit, and stimulated to be a better you? Then get ready. TnT Talk, television's inspirational talk,
That's right.
starts now.
Welcome to TnT Talk with your host, Dr. Tyrone and Lady Savannah. This show is brought to you by the Doyen Network. It is a fingerprint of excellence. You can visit us on our website at www.doyen.network. Again, that's www.doyen.network. Welcome to 2025, and we are delighted to be on the other side with you. Sweetheart, welcome to 2025. You look even more beautiful on this side of 2025 than you did previously.
You're always so kind to me, baby.
You know, you might.
Keep me smiling all the time.
That's
But
the
welcome to 2025
yes.
and all that it has in store for all of us.
It's going to be a remarkable year. We've got a lot of plans. We've got a lot of things to do. Shout out to our producer that's always in the background holding us down,
Always.
to Dominic Smith, holding it down and making sure that we're good. And he's getting ready to make a big corporate change in his life by joining the Smith Firm and Agency, which I am proud to be the principal agent and the owner. So there is so much that's going to be going on. And to my other staff, we did some hiring last year. We've got new staff. Shout out to now, I guess I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it. I don't know if this is borderline HR, but my office manager is sexy. He's sexy. And I don't know if I should say that. But
It's
I'm just
allowed.
it's allowed, Yolanda? Okay, all right. So my office manager is sexy. Like she really, I don't even mind doing what she says to do. I don't even mind. Uh now, just so y'all know, uh my office manager, um, she makes sure we do everything right. So when you got the right person telling you what to do, you don't have no problem doing what they tell you to do. You don't have no problem. So so shout out to my office manager uh for everything that she does for us over there at the Smith Firm Agency. And so we're delighted to be going into this year.
Yes, and I'm happy that we are partnering together because everything that we do it together.
We do everything together. I mean,
Everything.
we do everything together.
Absolutely.
Actually like my wife. And I think that may be, you know, sometimes we put so much emphasis on love because love is almost like it's got to be that, right?
Mhm.
But when you say you like them, the like portion of it is to suggest, well, that's something that I want to do without being forced.
Absolutely. And it's kind of hard to work with someone that you don't like. I know it is for me. I
Yeah,
can if I have to, but I would prefer not to.
absolutely. Ain't nothing like a fake smile because you got to fake that you like somebody. It's just nothing like it. But when you really like
That's
somebody,
right.
you can actually just, you can just really like them. I was going to say something
And
else,
in our case,
but
we can
I'll
have an
go.
affair and all
I
that
mean,
good stuff.
just all of the stuff that typically HR would frown on. We can break all them rules.
All of them.
We can break all them rules because we are HR. So that makes a difference.
Yes, it
So,
does.
um, since we already out here, and I mean, it's obvious what we're talking about, let's just get into it. It's all about relationships, keeping it real.
And making it work.
It's important that we got to deal with a lot of the old ritualistic things, and we're going to get some differences of opinions about it. But I just felt like it's 2025, and we didn't turn the corner on a whole lot of stuff. So let's address this. Male or female, who really controls this whole proposal thing? Who really controls it? Because, see, all throughout the past,
Mm.
there's always the man that gets on one knee and he always proposes. But maybe we should, should we tell our audience? how we got to where we are?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Think so because no, because it was two part. I'm just saying. I'm going to tell you now. Still old school. We'll revisit that later. So I don't think. I know we have advanced. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that.
Just how bad?
Know that we have advanced, but I still think that the male should be the first one to propose.
Really?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Oh, that's interesting.
Situation was a little different, but we're not talking about this right now.
Well, why not?
No, okay.
Why not?
I'm still old fashioned because we're not talking about us today. Another day, another trip.
Wow. Very interesting. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Well, uh, he's old fashioned. Uh, how? Go ahead.
So I am, but like I said, things have changed. We have evolved, and um, nowadays you do have women proposing to men, and in my opinion, is a matter of preference. Is where you fall. If you're old school and you still feel that the man should propose, with that, and with the new school, if you feel that it's okay for a woman to propose, it's okay too. It's your business. It's your
Your
prerogative.
thing.
That's right. However
Do
you
what you
want
want to
to
do.
really, however you want to proceed with that, with your prospective mate. I don't think one way is right or wrong. Obviously, whomever, if it is a woman that's doing the proposing, if there is
Okay, so
a
let's
really, I'm sure there is a legitimate, a reason or process behind it because
But
of
why would it need to be?
history.
Why would it need to be though?
Did you
See,
hear what I
so
said? I said because of history, the way things have been in the past.
history.
And is it okay or fair to say that there's something wrong with that? No, there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion, as long as you're not stuck in history. As long as you're not stuck.
It seems as if in so many other cultural things
Yes.
we have evolved.
Yes.
For example, culturally, I remember when men who wore earrings were categorized a certain way.
Hmm.
We have evolved from that.
Yes.
Remember when women would traditionally just wear dresses. We have evolved from that.
Yes.
I remember when men would not have their hair braided a certain way. We have evolved from that. I remember when the woman would never make more than the man in the household.
Hmm.
We've evolved from that.
Yes, we have.
We have evolved from so many different cultural things. But yet, when we get here, it seems as if we're stuck. My theory to the woman proposing falls in this line. If the two people love one another, it really shouldn't matter who proposes first
Hmm.
because it's not like one gonna get down the aisle faster than the other one.
I agree with you. I just thought about something too. Um, on a serious note, this is just in the moment. So I would hope that when a male proposes that he's put some serious thought into it because obviously, women are more emotionally led, right? But I could think of several situations where, where the female was ready to get married, but the male wasn't ready to get married. And it wasn't until he had to make up in his mind. And from that perspective, I would say I can be ready all day long and I can propose to him and he can accept. But if he's not ready mentally, I'm doing myself an injustice because to me that's inviting problems. Whereas if he proposed, more than likely he's already thought about this, and it's not an emotional decision. So I somewhat, in my opinion, know what I'm getting into. I can be ready all day long and propose to him, but he may not be ready.
Hmm.
I hear that aspect, but what about the aspect of taking too long?
Okay, I agree with that.
And furthermore,
Mhm.
with all the things that you just said about him giving thought,
Yeah.
Shouldn't she have given it thought?
Yes, but
And wait, wait,
go
wait.
ahead.
And when he goes to propose, how many times have a man proposed and the woman rejected?
That's
And
happened.
and
However,
and
okay,
the emotions that come along with a man being rejected
okay, I see where
is
you're
no more
going.
different than a woman who now rejects a man who is offering to be wed. Well, then, if he has to go through it, why is it any different if she has to go through it? I think what has happened is that a lot of the cultural things that we have exhibited down through the years,
Mhm.
and for whatever reason, those rituals and cultures have stood the test of time. This is what it has been. However, if a woman comes to me impromptu, I don't know anything, and she starts saying, I just believe in our relationship, and I believe that I really want to spend the rest of my life with you. And she comes to me. Now, the thing is, the ring and all of those things. See, I don't necessarily believe that there has to be an exchange of ring. I just believe that in the moment of proposal, it's nothing more than her declaring her love for him, but she would never declare her love towards someone who never gave his love. So in the declaring, I don't see anything wrong with a woman offering in the moment that I want to seal the deal. Now, if she
I
wants to
didn't say
offer
I
the
saw
real,
anything wrong with it.
now, if she wants to offer the ring and things like that, okay, all she's saying is, well, instead of you now having to go buy the first rings, how about I do it? Because as much as you believe in this relationship, I believe in it too. The problem is, culturally, we have been conditioned a certain way.
Can we say so? I understand that, but I still don't think it's fair to say that that's still wrong. I think that there should be some liberal thinking here, but to say that it's wrong, I
No,
disagree with
it's
that.
not wrong at all. I think what we need to do is an evolving of everything else. I think it is okay. And when I and let me also clarify something. What we're talking about in this instant
Mhm.
is heterosexual male and female who are coming together. Because obviously, when there are two same sex loving people doing it, obviously you're going to have a woman proposing, right?
Sure.
But I'm talking about heterosexual love, going to a man and saying, "Hey, I want to seal this deal." Now, the thing that I don't necessarily agree with, sweetheart, you don't have to get on your knees. You don't have to get on your knees.
I know.
Because see, getting on your knees almost looks subservient.
Yes, it does. And then on
And
top
that,
of that,
you
it's
know,
just
I don't like that part. Like you don't have to get on your knees. Look him eye to eye. You can propose to him. You can offer him the ring. You can do all of that. But to get on your knees, yeah, that's a bit much. And then the other one, I saw one where the girl was pregnant and she got on her knees,
what?
you know, and I'm like,
You saw
okay,
that?
I saw that. And in my mind, I was like, okay, first of all, I need that dude to recognize that my pregnant girlfriend, fiance, or whatever great, ought not be down there. That we can't do that. Because
Okay.
that lends to a whole different series of thoughts
Yeah.
that I don't like. Now, that right there,
That's
no.
not a good look.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't need to do that. I think she can look him in the eye. She can say all the things that a man would say and say, would you marry me? And I would not have an issue with it at all. Because to me, marriage is a mature decision.
It is.
And whether it is him or her,
Mhm.
I don't think is wrong either way, whomever initiates it.
Mhm.
I just want that when the initiation happens,
Yeah.
I want the individuals to, in a very mature way, understand the validity of the moment.
Absolutely.
And I'm praying that those that are entering into that would know that the ground has been prepared for them. Meaning, don't you dare go proposing to somebody that you know doggone well you're on the back end of treating them like garbage, and then you gonna try to hit them with the "Would you marry me?" when you either just cheated and got caught, or you ain't really been doing what you were supposed to do, and now you're using this as a hold them in jail card to try to propose to them. Like you cannot. I'll just say it this way in a philosophical way. Don't try to paint over the hole in the wall because we still see it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Fresh paint ain't gonna cover the hole. Ain't gonna cover
Not
the
at
hole.
all.
So let's put things into perspective. When it happens, we need to make sure that the moment is right. We need to make sure the moment is right. Because see, if the moment ain't right, it don't matter whether she do it, he do it, the parents do it,
That's
the
right.
parakeet do it, the dog do it. It don't matter who do it. It ain't gonna go well.
Right.
It ain't gonna go well. So that's the first part. The second part is another reason why I don't have an issue with male or female
Hmm.
is because according to statistics right now, folk ain't even like getting married at all.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So the fact that a woman would initiate it would say to me, now that's a relationship that may actually go through the test of time.
Hmm.
Like it may be good. Like it because you already breaking molds here.
For sure.
You're breaking mold, and you're willing to do what others aren't willing to do. And if you really want to know what's going to make relationships work,
Yeah.
you got to do
What no one else
what
is willing
nobody
to
else is
do.
willing to do.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, no, it may not necessarily be bad that she's proposing. It may not be. Now, I've got some other reasons why that I believe that, for which we can't talk about now. But I'm just saying,
We
hey,
can't talk about now.
you don't want to talk about it. I mean,
Come on,
this,
carry on. Okay,
this
another
is,
show, another day.
I mean,
Another
my
day.
goodness gracious. I mean, where are we at here? I mean, we're far beyond this. Like,
Sure, go ahead.
why are you saying it like it's dirty?
I'm not saying it like it's dirty.
I mean, the way that, go ahead. Wow.
What?
You ever have that awkward thing in the room? Just gets really,
No awkward
this
She
moment.
awkward
treated it like
silence.
she treated it like it's garbage.
I mean,
Really? No, I
I
disagree.
mean,
You know
it's
what?
just
I'm
like,
offended.
here it is.
No, that is not true.
She said,
It's almost like
but
some
not to
clearance
talk
shoe
about it.
that's on the rack. He's just like, all right, I'm gonna get these.
You know what?
Can we
Okay.
talk about it? Now we can
Okay.
talk
You
about
know
which
what?
one? Which one we gonna do, bro?
Both
Which
of
one?
you,
I
I
mean,
have something for you.
I
So we have a very unique
mean,
story. My husband and I have been together for many, many years. We met in 2002 and have been together since then. And my husband proposed to me the first time. He gave me the ring and I
shot me
turned
down,
him
ladies and
down.
gentlemen.
I did.
She shot me down.
I did.
She said no.
I did.
I didn't meet her
So how did that
qualifications.
make you feel at the moment? Let's talk about it. Because most people, when they get rejected in that manner, that's one of the biggest rejections in life.
Right. So
So
in the moment when she said no, I said, oh, okay. All right. And I
now,
just felt
did that
like
make the relationship hard?
it definitely changed the parameters of the relationship for sure. And I remember saying, "Oh, okay. Well, if this is how you feel, then I'm not really going to be bothered because first of all, there was a lot that came along with that, and so uniquely enough, um, the cross that my wife is wearing right now, that beautiful cross that she's
Let me
wearing
make
right
sure you can
now,
see it.
yeah, you got to make sure that they see it.
Along with my nice ring. Can you see that? You see that?
Wow.
I couldn't
So
resist.
you couldn't resist that.
Nope.
So what happened when I proposed the first time and she said no, I took that ring and I exchanged it for that cross. And I wore that cross for many years, even after we were married. I wore that cross. It was not until recently that I then gave the cross to my wife, and I gave it to her after I put that ring, that ring right there on her finger,
Isn't it
um,
nice?
and flew her to Miami. She didn't know. And when I flew her to Miami, shout out to my jeweler in Miami, Frankie Diamond. We flew down to Miami on our anniversary, and we stayed in Miami. And I went to go see my jeweler, and I said to him, "Hey, we're here. We're upgrading her ring." But he already knew we were coming, so he already had rings all set up. And I said, "Sweetheart, we are upgrading your ring, and minus me giving blood and losing a limb,
Really?
you're going to be able to pick from this box." And so he had a special box already prepared, and we were able to get and look at the rings, and she found that ring right there, and I was able to fly back home without having to rob nobody. And because she thought she was going to trade in her old ring, which is on her other finger, I said, "No, we're not trading that ring. You're going to keep that ring and exchange it and put it on your right hand, and you're going to put your new one on your left, along with having the cross of the initial ring around your neck."
So,
So
so now, so
now,
so yes, that's all. That's all true. So let's fast forward to why I kind of chuckled early on. So the second time around, I did ask him because we had been together. We had been through some things, some ups and some downs. And the second time, I did ask him because I turned him down initially.
Now, to the question that was asked about how I felt,
Oh, I'm
yes, I
sorry. I didn't
felt,
mean to.
yeah, you cut me
I
off.
was-
And so I felt some kind of way, and I wanted to walk away, but I want everybody to pay attention to what I'm getting ready to say. In the moment, I wanted to walk away, but in my heart, I knew I had to stay. Now, let me explain why. Because too many moments, people are using too many moments to quantify the eternity of what is ahead of them.
Mhm.
And you've got to learn how to put your emotions in their proper place.
Absolutely.
Because if you're not careful, you are going to judge a bad decision as if the individual is a bad person.
And can I also say this, not trying to take away from your moment of explaining how you were
Yes, you
feeling,
are.
not, but I have to say, when I turned him down the first time, felt horrible, but I knew that I wasn't ready. So I felt really, really bad about it. I did. I felt horrible. So, just as much as you say it, I know that really bothered you, but it bothered me as well. But I wasn't ready. And to me, I can appreciate someone, being honest with me. If you're not ready, don't wreck my life. I'm not saying that I would wreck yours, but I knew I wasn't ready. I wasn't emotionally ready. I just wasn't ready.
Now, here's why I said what I said. Now, no idea what was really behind
Mhm.
the no. I didn't know. All I knew is that I felt the
Yeah.
rejection and the pain of the rejection. But the pain of the rejection could not completely override the love that we built. Here is why many people miss their cruise ship sail off into the sunset moment
Mhm.
because they allow one moment at the dock to stop them from boarding the boat. Because on the dock, something in the moment, something going on with you warrants that you don't make the decision.
Mhm.
But because I'm believing that, all right, this is painful, but just like pain and any other thing,
Mhm.
that pain is going to go away. But it can't go away if you want it to stay.
That's
And
good.
that's where we got to take a commercial.
I think it's time.
It's a commercial break. Listen, we got to keep going. We're in the meat of this. This is real relationships, and we're going to be right back. But we got to take this commercial break. This is TnT Talk. We'll be right back.
More Americans are driving every day to work, to school, to church, or just to travel. And with all the new drivers on the road, accidents are sure to happen. Are you frustrated because your insurance keeps increasing? Are you shopping for a new car but need a good insurance rate? Then call Goosehead Insurance, the Smith Firm and Agency, the DMV's leading insurance broker. Whether it's a new car, too many tickets, a history of accidents, DUIs, or simply it's just too expensive, scan the QR code on the screen or visit us online at www.smithfirm.agency and submit an application for a quote. It only takes 2 minutes, and with AI technology and over 23 carriers to assist you, we can bind your policy and get you covered in the same day. Give our agents a call at 443-264-4398 or visit us online at www.smithfirm.agency. We're not just an agency, we're a standard of excellence.
Being honest.
Mhm. And we're back with TnT Talk with your host, Dr. Tyrone and Lady Savannah. And boy, did we talk about some stuff in the commercial break. So I want you
Sometimes,
to.
man, you don't understand what be happening during the commercial breaks. It's actually hilarious. One of these days, we're gonna have a camera that's gonna record everything, so y'all can see the behind the scenes. But
Because here's what's amazing. So tell the folk what you're saying.
Really? This is
Tell
what
them
we're doing?
this is what we're doing.
What we're
This is what
oh
we're
doing?
no,
doing.
put you under the bus is crazy.
This is
Under
what
the
we're
bus, he
doing.
rolled over
This
me
is
and
what
backed up
we
twice.
are doing.
About that.
This is what
I'm
we
still
doing.
trying to get up off the ground.
As I'm backing up, I'm backing up again.
Like, are you okay? Let me back
Let
over
me
you one
back
more
up just
time. Just one more time.
because I want the folk to know that the tradition you holding on to, you broke.
So yes, I did break it. So initially, and I'm still holding true to that, right? I said to him during the commercial, yes, I turned you down the first time. So
Flat.
I did because I was not ready. I didn't go into any details with him when I turned him down. I had my reasons, and I'm glad I was truthful
So
and
now,
honest. Wait,
I want no,
finish.
go ahead. No, I just want to point out when you said you turned me down, but you didn't give me a reason. And I need everyone to understand what it took for us to revisit it again.
Yeah.
So I didn't want you to speed past that. That was a very important speed bump, and I didn't want you to tear up everybody in the car. I want
Well, everybody better
in the
hold
car
on then.
because they just like we didn't hit this bump, and now we just like whoa,
No,
I
fix it.
got it.
But no, I still hold true to that. But as I was saying is, I turned him down, and when I turned him down, whereas some would turn, the other person down and walk away, that was stop it. That was not my intent to walk away. I wanted to continue in the relationship, but again, I was not ready. So I did propose to him, although I did say that I still hold fast to I believe that the male should propose. I messed gonna say I messed that up because those were true, legitimate feelings, and I was honest with myself. So I'm not going to say I messed it up. But since I turned him down, as we moved further in the relationship, I took it upon myself, okay, at the point where, I'm ready. And it's obvious that he was already ready because he had already proposed. I then at that point asked him, but I also said to him, I believe that every woman dreams of being whisked away and being proposed to by a male. Again, neither at this point here nor there. There are some people that still like to hold true to the traditional, the traditional values and culture or whatever. Hey, if that's what you like, if that's what you do, if you like it, I love it. But I still think, I still believe in that. Again, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong if you want to propose to your man. Not at all.
Well,
Nothing
so
at all.
here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say.
Go ahead. What?
I'm gonna make a statement because I need the world
Mm-hmm.
to capture some very pure and organic moments in our relationship, right? I want them to capture this. So you proposed the first time. The first
No,
time
you
I'm
proposed
sorry,
the first time.
you propose the first time, you say no.
Yes.
Now, when you say no, we go through some
Some
tough times,
tumultuous
right?
times. Yes.
Now, in all of that takes place. Now I want to show the world
How
something.
candid are we getting here?
No, I just want to show y'all
Okay.
something. I want to show the world something that's very important.
Hmm.
Because remember I said just because if you say no on the dock,
Yeah,
that don't mean that we can't board the boat,
absolutely.
right? And we can still have all the bliss and all of that comes along with the beauty of relationship and marriage, right?
Yes.
But I need people to know what it takes to really be in this ride off into the sunset type of
Okay.
relationship. All right. When you say no, when you said no, how long after you said no did you come back and propose to me?
How long was it? Was it 6 months? Was it that long?
It wasn't even 6 months.
Yeah.
Now I want everybody to pay attention. I want everybody to pay attention. In the moment, I go to my then girlfriend and I propose to her. She says no. She gives me no reason. She gives me no reason. I am now left to negotiate my feelings, my heart, and my mind because each one is taking me in a different direction.
Hmm.
My feelings are distraught. My heart is still connected. And my thoughts are telling me you should go another way.
I'm sure.
And you are dealing with all of these different things. How do we now negotiate
Hmm.
between the three entities that you are dealing with that are all taking you in different directions? Here's the answer. Number one, you never make an eternal decision in a moment. You have to wait.
Hmm.
You have to wait. You have to wait because your emotions, like the temperature outside,
That's right.
will change. If I go outside on a hot day with a coat on, I'm going to be hot.
Hmm.
If I go outside on a cold day with no coat, I'm going to be cold. Conditions determine your
That's right.
feelings.
Hmm.
Let me say that again. Conditions determine your feelings.
They do.
And the danger of it is your feelings in the moment, though it is feeling what it is feeling, does not necessarily mean that in that moment what you're feeling is right. You are only embracing the moment for what took place.
Right.
In the moment, I am feeling a certain way. I walk away from that moment. When I walk away from that moment, I'm feeling a certain way.
Hmm.
I have to give myself enough time to get through what I'm feeling. So now I've gotten through that. So now I can put my feelings aside because I'm not in that moment anymore.
Hmm.
Now I'm only dealing with my heart, dealing with my mind. Now, my mind is telling me, well, if she did this, you need to go another way.
I'm sure.
Now, here again, your mind is not that much more different than your feelings. Because in your mind, you're taking fact
Hmm.
and you are formulating thoughts. But if by chance new data is offered in your thoughts, will it not change your mind?
Absolutely.
So you say no. We continue. We're up and down. We're on and off, right?
Right.
But in that time frame, were you more forthright about the relationship?
What do you mean after? I'm
Oh, we
I'm,
need
I'm
some
lost
Jeopardy
here.
music. We
So what do you mean?
I-
After I turned you down?
after you turn me down,
Yes.
and there's this feeling,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And after that, are you now more pursuant of me during that time?
Say yes, in my
Yes.
opinion,
Yes.
because I
No,
have
no,
to.
it's not a trick question. I'm trying to show
But
you,
I'm just
I'm trying to
just
show the
saying.
audience something that made putting my feelings on the shelf
Yeah.
and putting my thoughts on pause
Mm-hmm.
to now allow my heart to see what I need to see.
Mm-hmm.
Because, see, you said no,
Yeah.
but you pursued harder.
Yes, because like I said, my no wasn't just to end it,
I'm
but
just
I
trying to
felt
get
like
them
I
to
had to
see.
match. If you were, I'm going to say brave enough for in this instance.
I was definitely brave.
Yes, you were.
I was
Yes, you were,
brave.
maybe.
You
So
got it.
if you had, you know, that energy and you were brave enough, and comfortable enough to ask me that, and I turned you down, I wanted to, after I worked out whatever it was, my reasoning for turning you down, along with
Mhm.
not being ready, I wanted to match that because I know that took a lot,
Now, here's what happened.
right?
Here's what happened. You're absolutely right. Now, here's what happened. You said no.
Mm-hmm.
You left me in a state of unknown, right?
Right.
Okay. So I'm in this place of the unknown, trying to negotiate what's going on. I've got feelings,
Mm-hmm.
got thoughts, got my heart.
Hmm.
I'm trying to negotiate all of this, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm weeding through all of these different things. But while I'm weeding through it, here you come with a deeper conviction,
Mm-hmm.
a deeper passion to now prove that my no was circumstantial,
Okay.
that my no was just in the moment. My no wasn't eternal.
Mm-hmm.
My no was momentum. It was in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't eternal.
Right.
It was just momentum. I'm just in the moment. In the moment, I'm not there. That was a weighty decision. I'm not there. But to make me know that no, I'm still here, and to also take into consideration that I know I put you in this place. How about I satisfy your feelings?
Mm-hmm.
I shut down your thoughts and prove to your heart that I really still want you. Now, all of that requires you to do more than what you are initially doing. Here's where many people mess up. On the male side,
Mm-hmm.
you shut down too quick. Number one. Number two, you yield to your feeling and or your thoughts too quick.
Okay.
And number three, you never gave your heart an opportunity to get in the conversation.
Okay.
See, if I didn't allow my heart to talk
Mhm.
and just allow my feelings
Yeah,
to
we
talk,
we wouldn't be
we
here.
wouldn't be here.
I'm sure we would not
If
be
I would
here.
have allowed my feelings and my thought
Mhm.
to dominate the conversation,
Yeah.
we ain't here. We're not here.
Mhm.
But because my feelings had a right to talk,
Absolutely.
my thoughts had a right to talk, but my heart had a right to talk too.
Absolutely. And if I could just interject here, I strongly believe that in situations like that, if you know the person that you're with, even in a moment when you're turned down, if there is a level of love or that you can see beyond the moment, even in your hurt, you are going to allow that person some time to kind of deal with whatever it is. Yes, you turned me down, I could walk away, but we're going to keep moving forward. He
But
gave
see,
me
it wasn't.
time.
But see, the thing is, to keep moving forward
Yeah.
had so much to do with your pursuit.
Yeah, I
So, I
agree.
mean, you've got to see in the moment. What I'm trying to get people to see is, I know that they have a right to shut down. You say no because I want this eternal relationship, but you say no, so I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna move
Mhm.
on, right? However, if the person is really coming to you and they're really pursuing you, right? Now you're gonna try to drag them. You're gonna drag them through. You're gonna make them feel what I feel, and see now your heart is not telling you to be vengeful.
Mhm.
That's your feelings.
Yeah.
Your feelings have now partnered with your thoughts to calculate how you're gonna drag them.
Yeah.
But you're not winning. You're not winning
You're
there.
not.
You're not winning because here's the problem. While your feelings and your thoughts
Mhm.
have collaborated to drag them,
Yeah.
now your heart's suffering because you still love them.
Walk
Wow.
yourself. Yeah.
And that's where people mess up
Mhm.
because you are yielding to too many voices too quickly. You
That's
got
good.
to
Yeah.
wait it out. We got to take a commercial.
Again?
Got to take commercial.
Okay. Let's go to commercial.
Wow. You ain't letting them folk pay them bills, huh?
Not today.
We got to go to commercial. This is TnT Talk. This is relationships. This is what it is. But just know that we are going to be right back.
In this age of technology, graphics are everywhere. PGEE Graphic Design offers flag banners as a great way to display your church, business, or organization. These banners can go up to 12 feet high, 3 feet wide. You can get a feather or teardrop custom banner today. Need a custom logo, seal, or crest for your business, church, or title? Let PGEE Graphic Design help you. Make sure your brand fits your vision. Within 5 days or less, we can give you the image you're looking for. PGEE, designing with you in mind. Nothing makes an event look good like a retractable, backdrop, or X-frame banner. And PGEE Graphic Design can design your banner and enhance your event. We have many different sizes to choose from and a 7 to 10 day turnaround to get the banner to you. Need a poster design for a special event or funeral? We take our time and design with you in mind to ensure the look you want in the time frame that you need. No matter what your graphic needs are, our team of graphic designers can handle it. Websites, book covers, flyers, letterhead, yard signs, invitations, funeral obituaries, embroidery, card magnets, and so much more. PGEE stands ready to assist you with one or several of your graphic needs. Give us a call 410-793-7238 or via email pgee.graphic@gmail.com. PGEE Graphic Design. We design with you in mind.
And we are back to TnT Talk with your host, Dr. Tyrone and Lady Savannah. And again, the commercial is just as hot as the show itself. Man, let me tell you, the things that are happening in our home, uh, I'm not even going to say
No,
anything
don't say it.
because
Just leave it.
we're not going to say
Let's play
anything.
that for another time.
We're gonna bring them
2
on.
more years.
We're gonna bring them on and let them tell it.
Yeah.
However, we are in the thick of it, and we're talking about this whole proposal thing. And I wanted to clarify that the reason why it was able to continue had everything to do with your pursuit after the no. Your pursuit after the no. Because though you said no, your heart was saying yes.
Absolutely.
And you kept going. And I didn't drag your heart to prove a point because of how you treated me. See, that's the part that's so important in this story.
I didn't
That
treat you bad. I just said no.
you treated me bad.
I did not.
Treated me bad.
I did not treat you bad.
Telling you right now, I was lonely.
Stop it.
I was hurt. I was wounded. I was crucified.
Really?
I felt like nobody wanted me.
That's a lie.
He was all alone.
I was all alone.
No one there.
Okay.
No one there
him.
beside me. It was a lonely journey.
Now that's funny.
I felt like I couldn't go on.
Really?
Felt like the world was coming to an end.
Okay.
I felt like that there was no more sun to shine. I felt like that there was no more moon to rise. Felt like the wind had stopped blowing.
Come on now.
Felt like the ground had swallowed me up.
Wow.
Then you came and you saved me. You brought me into the marvelous wonders of your arms. You embraced me again, and I had new life. I could be a marvelous poet.
Can't wait.
Gotta have the juice.
Yeah,
Now,
you have the juice.
here's the thing. The real storyline to it is the management of emotions and feelings and allowing people enough room to grow, allowing people to find themselves. And so when the second time came around and she proposed to me, I made her get on her knees, swing from the vine. No, I'm just
That's
kidding.
not true. That's not true.
So it wasn't that much longer after she proposed to me. So share with the world how you proposed to me the second time. So tell them how that happened because you didn't have a ring.
I did not have the ring.
So notice. First time I came with the ring.
I didn't come with the ring because I remember we were actually talking, and then so I was over in Laurel.
Yep, you was in Laurel.
I
Yep.
didn't have a ring, and you weren't there.
And see the thing is, what you mean I wasn't there?
So when this initial, okay, go ahead.
No, what do you mean I wasn't there?
Go ahead.
What do you mean I wasn't
No, when we the first time I did it, right?
What do you mean first time? You only proposed to me once.
So maybe I should say kind of solidify.
Yeah, you got me
So
going in circles.
no, because it was kind of over I remember when it kind of initially came about. I remember we were on the phone talking,
Okay.
and I mentioned it.
You mentioned it on the
Yes.
phone, but you did it when we were at the apartment in Laurel. Yeah, you did it when you were actually there. But you mentioned that, I would propose. It was almost like a test the water. Let me see if I say this, would he go for something like
Do it.
that? Oh, because we out here and I ain't gonna let you off the hook.
Yes, you are.
I'm not letting you off the hook. So you tested the waters on the phone, and then when I was physically there, then you had asked me, would I marry?
Would you marry?
Now, there was no ring. There was no ring
Nope.
involved, right?
Right.
So here's where I'm trying to show people that if you hold on to an old tradition, you're going to miss the window of a new road. You're going to miss it. You're going to miss the opportunity to develop something that maybe nobody else has done. But whoever said that just because nobody else did it, that it was wrong.
I agree.
And what I'm trying to show people in this moment was that traditionally, there's a whole lot that was broken about how this happened. But here we are 23 years later.
23 years.
See, what I'm trying to get folks to see, you say whatever you want about all them traditions and all that stuff. All I'm trying to say is, but the evidence says it works.
It does.
See, that's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say right or wrong. I'm just trying to prove that if you do it, it ain't wrong. I'm trying to show people that if you do it, it can work. I'm trying to show people that a man is no less of a man and a woman ain't no more a woman just because one did and one didn't. I'm trying to show the world that just like in the evolution of everything else, you can evolve in that area too. She proposed to me. There was no ring. I accepted it. She gave me the biggest bear hug and the biggest kiss because she wanted it. And in my heart, I wanted it too. So that meant if I just allowed my mind and my emotions to tag team, she would have never had that opportunity. She would have never had that opportunity. And so now going forward, did I believe she was going to go through with it? I was hesitant because I always felt like, well, if she told me no one time before, now what am I getting ready to get myself into? So you go in it with trepidations, you go in it with uncertainty because you don't know what's going to happen,
Sure.
but you got to allow love and
Mhm.
faith
Yeah.
to override your thoughts and your
That's
feelings
right.
because sometimes your feelings are not necessarily accurate. You got to be careful. So we just kept on going, went a little further, and went a little further,
Mm-hmm.
and went a little further.
Yeah.
We hit a few bumps. We went a little further. We hit a few bumps, a little further,
The wheels
and
fell
then,
off. Then we
and
keep
then,
moving.
yep. And we just kept going,
Yeah.
right? And then after a while, there were so many things that
Yeah.
happened that made us to where we are right now,
Absolutely.
where there is so much love that we have. And we want to share the love with the world because we want people to see
Mm-hmm.
that some of the old traditions are great foundation. But you know what makes the beauty of a vintage house that became modern? It never discredited
The original.
all of the original of what makes the house vintage. But because we appreciate evolution and the modernizing of all of what makes a newer home new,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay to take newer things and put them in a traditional house.
I agree with that.
It's okay
It is.
because when it's your house, you don't need nobody else's approval.
Nobody else's approval.
And it's a shame that we've allowed a lot of opinions to
Mm-hmm.
be the voice to the only two people that really the voices only matter.
That's true. Yeah.
So I'm just saying to all of you all who are inspiring to be married,
Mhm.
be in a relationship, those that are going through tough times, but your heart's still there, I need you to assess with your heart. Make sure that your heart is holding on to something.
There you go.
All right. Don't allow you, see, your heart could be made to feel a certain kind of way,
Mm-hmm.
but don't be in love with love and not have love for someone who reciprocates it.
Understood.
Because many times the love that you have has more to do with the presentation of what love is, not what love you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times you're just holding on to the infatuation of what
Yeah.
love is, but there's no actual warranting of anything that substantiates
Mhm.
that there's real love there.
Yeah.
So you are holding on to the mystery of the love, but there is no meat of the love.
Mm-hmm.
So be careful.
Very careful.
But when there is real substance there,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes people are just trying to negotiate a lot of their traditional things and ways that have that been there with their families and all of these different things. Sometimes it becomes hard. It becomes hard. And so all we want to do in this storyline of our lives is we've shared this time with you. Takeaways are number one, it's a lot of beauty in tradition.
It is.
There's a lot of beauty in tradition, but your tradition be the finality of how you are going to operate in your current life.
It should not. Yeah.
In evolving,
Mm-hmm.
should we evolve in how we are handling our relationships?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Should we have broader views about the way the relationships are formed? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And so this is what we have tried to do in this short amount of time that we have spent with you, which we have come to the end of our show. Yeah, just like that.
Well,
Wasn't it lovely? I hope that you all really got something out of it. And I want to thank my wife, who I just threw out into the deep water with no boat,
no life
no
raft,
life
no
raft,
nothing.
no nothing. And my
Basically
wife
rescued a
swam
champ.
like a tramp. She swam like a champ. She
Michael
swa-
Phelps.
He swam like a champ. And I also want to commend my wife that she was able to be vulnerable in the moment and appreciate the moment. So listen, we're going to come back and be with you on next time on our TNT Talk on behalf of my wife, Lady Savannah, and myself, Dr. Tyrone, and the entire staff of the Doyen Network. We will see you on next time. This has been TNT Talk. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.